All right, the first presidential debate of the season wrapped up a short time ago, and right now we want to add some context to it all. We're bringing in our Verify team to clear up claims made by both of the candidates tonight.
We got Adam Longo and Matt Gregory both joining us now. You've both been plugged into this debate for the past couple of hours, so let's get to it.
I mean, one of the things we were seeing was a lot, and we knew this would be, right, one of the big topics would be immigration. That was one they just kept hammering, and this is something that President Trump has beat as his drum, right, for, oh my God, 8 years now, it looks like. So that's one of the things we're going to get into, Adam.
Yeah, and one of the biggest takeaways, one of the topics that the host hit first was something that they said that they knew was on the minds of everyone in America, and that's the economy. So the first claim that we're going to examine tonight comes from President Biden. So listen to this.
The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again.
Claim there from President Biden that unemployment under President Trump rose to 15%. So we have a couple of sources here to verify this claim. All right, so here they are from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. So yes, for 1 month in April of 2020, the unemployment rate actually did rise to 14.8%. It was there just briefly. It came down in August of 2020 to just below 10%. It was 6.4% when President Biden took office, and then again, it didn't get back to 3.8% until February of 2022, and that's one of the lowest points it was at during President Trump's presidency in February of 2019. Now, if you talk about, well, first, we can so verify that as yes, in fact, unemployment did reach, if you round it up, 15% under President Trump for a very short time. One other thing before we move on to the next point is President Trump made this claim about the economy, saying the economy was in fact better at the end of his term than it was at the beginning, despite the COVID-19 pandemic. And if you were to take that one fact and peg it just by talking about Wall Street and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, that would be true if you pegged the economy just based on that, because the Dow, when he took office, was 19,827. When he left office in January of 2021, it was just over 31,000.
Wow. So the other big point that both candidates made was about immigration and President Trump. Again, like I said, beating the drum on immigration and what that looks like, at least undocumented crossings. So this is, oh, there we go. So we want to show you the sound right now of what former President Trump said in regards to undocumented migrants as well as their participation in programs under Biden.
He's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security.
Claims right there in just a short amount of time. So we're going to give you the sources here. One is the Center for Immigration Studies. That is sort of an, I wouldn't want to say anti-immigrant, but certainly a group that looks at less migration or immigrants coming into the country. At least that's sort of their motto, which is low immigration, pro-immigrant. And then we also have the Department of Health and Human Services. There's a reason for that. Number one, Medicare is a program that, according to Health and Human Services, is you have to be 65 or older in order to get it. And so far, we have not seen any movement by the Biden administration, whether that's passing laws or executive decisions, to bring undocumented migrants into that system or the Social Security system. The other part I want to point out is that the Center for Immigrant Studies says that undocumented migrant workers actually contribute to the Social Security system because they are paying in, but they're not receiving money out from it. So while this claim seems to be one that lives in a dubious place, we can also say that it is, quote, it is false. So this is one of the issues we were running into, which is that these are claims that have been repeated on the campaign trail, and then when brought to the forefront, we see they are false. And we've got some other ones we have to get to, but these were the first ones we really wanted to get to you off the top of.
Right. So our Verify team, they looked at a number of different claims. You can actually find some of those claims if you go to our website right now, WUSA9.com. You can also see those on our WUSA 9 app. Guys?